I am so excited for this episode today to dive into a topic that I am obsessed with and a word that you've probably heard me say. I'm willing to say too much. I'm willing to bet it might be too much. That word is clarity. Now, I have so much to say on this topic, but I just want to start with some context, right? It is a weird and sometimes interesting, sometimes incredibly infuriating world to be in a position where I'm positioning myself as an expert in all things business. And while I don't think that I try to be an expert in all things, what I really do focus on is this idea that I can help you clear the path to growth in your business. And the reason that I use that word, right, clear, clarity, anything kind of in that family, is not just because it's what I know I can do, but what I started to hear in the feedback from people who've been in Business Genius Bootcamp or who've been in my mastermind programs, who've come to my workshops, is they leave with a sense of clarity around the path forward in their business. And that is something I'm super proud of. And also, it's not always the sexiest thing. Like, what I've realized is it's kind of what people want. Well, it's kind of what people need, but it's not really what people want, right? What people want is more money. What people need is more clarity, right? And so that distinction is tricky. And I don't really fall into the camp of the person who likes to do income report marketing or other such kind of like marketing tactics, right? If someone grows their revenue, I'm going to tell you about it. If someone improves their work-life balance, harmony, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to tell you about it. But the common trend and the common theme that I've seen from the people that I work with is this clarity. So what I really want to dig into today is why you should care about clarity, right? So while I know that that in and of itself might not be the most appealing thing, I want to talk a little bit more about what are the benefits of being clear, because I always will say, right, that revenue is just an output of doing the right work at the right time. And clarity is the pathway to knowing what the right work is and when the right time for it is. So clarity happens even more upstream than doing the right work at the right time. If you can't get clear on what work you need to do, you can't do the work, and then you can't make the money. So the end goal, the output of all of these efforts, of all of the strategic partnerships, of all of that, that output is the revenue, is the tangible, measurable outcomes that we want from our business. But there are a lot of components and like spokes to that wheel. And so clarity is important for a few reasons. First of all, one of the biggest gaps for business owners is confident decision making. I see this time and time again. The person who is hemming and hawing over whether they should take path A or path B. And as they get really wrapped up in that process, they don't know which way to go. Finding the tools that you need to build that clarity is going to make decision making so much easier, because it starts feeling like a crapshoot and it starts feeling like something that you actually have some agency over and some control over. So that is really, really big. And I can't really speak enough to the importance of making decisions, because decisions or lack thereof are the number one blocker of your business and your business's ongoing growth and success. Okay. So that is one key kind of component of why clarity matters. Clarity also matters, right? So decisions kind of block you at the outset. Clarity also matters in terms of the output and end goal that you have. When we have vague goals, it is impossible to really know what we're working towards. It's a moving target. The benchmarks keep changing. There's all sorts of like just, I want to say, ephemeral nature to where we're spending our time and energy. And when you are clear about what your goal is, and this can be, your big goal, this can be defining just like what enough is, this can be your tangible revenue goal for a certain period of time. When you get clear on that, that is a key input into finding that clarity earlier on, right? So making those decisions is really important in general and kind of getting clear on the decisions that you need to make. And then the second piece is getting clear on the goals. Okay. Now, there is a third component that I could probably make like 72 episodes of strategy snacks on. So I'm just going to skim the surface. But aside from decision making and actually setting the goal and the outcome that you want, there's a third piece of clarity that when we don't tap into the nuance of that, it can be problematic. So that third component is the clarity of what is real and what is a feeling. Okay. And that, like I said, this goes much deeper than what I'm going to say here. But what I want you to think about here for these circumstances is when you are thinking about your business as a whole, right? And the self-doubt moment is really loud, that's going to feel really real. And then you're going to make your choices from that place. If you are feeling really good about your sales and you suddenly are like, I'm going to make a big investment, and then your sales slow down, and then you're like feeling really stretched, also comes from a lack of clarity. So sometimes our emotional fluctuations can deter from our ability to, from a steady state, look at the data and insights that we need to actually stay clear and focused on the strategy of how we're getting our business from point A to point B. So clarity isn't just about like feeling confident and clear in your business, although I love all of that. But clarity and learning how to get clear and how to kind of like get laser focused in the right areas of your business actually is the linchpin in unlocking the domino effect of then seeing the results that you want. So when I hear people tell me I got clarity out of this program, while it doesn't necessarily like have that sexy thing that I sometimes put undue pressure on myself to deliver on, what I'm really starting to see is that it is a much more valuable output and asset that pays back over and over again. So when you think about your business today, what I want to encourage you to do is ask yourself, where am I clear? Right? Sometimes we're really clear on our offers, but we're fuzzy on our marketing. And what are my blind spots? Right? And often those two are diametrically opposed. Sometimes we think we're clear on one thing, and then the more we get into it, the more we're like, wait a minute, I'm actually not sure that that's working. So take a minute and ask yourself, where am I clear? What are my blind spots? And when I look at my blind spots, what do I need to do to get more clear on those? And how can I take that time so that I redirect my energy and time and efforts into the work that matters? I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this topic. I know we have so much more to dig into. If you have questions, thoughts, ideas, anything you want to share about this, please DM me, send me a message, connect with me so that we can chat more about it and we can create follow-up episodes, have conversations about it, and do all those good things. Excited to hear your thoughts, and I'll be back with more strategy snooze. I look forward to hearing your thoughts, and I'll be back with more strategy snacks soon. Bye-bye, everyone.